Good evening and welcome to Bro What a Week. Unfortunately, it's been like Bro What a Month. However, I wanted to get something out tonight and was pretty excited. I just purchased a new camera. Should be showing up here from Amazon in the next day or two, and that's going to be a real treat. And they always say it's not about the gear, but something about new gear is definitely kind of helps inspire you to get out maybe and just play around more and take some more photos and more videos, and just kind of live that creative life that we talk about on this show. With that being said, I use the NEX series of cameras in my day job. We have an NEX3 and an NEX5 that we do for video as well as our product photography. And so I've been playing with those cameras a lot, and that's really what inspired me to save my pennies and pick up this NEX6 for myself. I've been really pleased with how simple and easy these smaller mirrorless cameras are just to keep with you all the time. They're not very intimidating to just throw in your bag or maybe your jacket pocket and get out and do some shooting. I was at a convention recently for high school coaches, football coaches in Atlantic City, New Jersey, where I'd never been before, and got an opportunity to run out on the boardwalk a couple times and do some shooting, again with these cameras that I could just keep in my pocket. And when I got a half-hour lunch break, I walked out along the boardwalk. It was a cold winter morning, and took some interesting shots. Trying to capture a bit kind of the desolation of this, what I imagine is a very busy stretch of beach and boardwalk in the summertime, with vacationers and families going down to the shore from the large cities nearby. And so it was kind of cool to get this kind of more of a desolate perspective on a lot of these shots. It was also a real good opportunity for me to really kind of get out and play with the cameras a little more. This is before I'd actually decided to buy myself the NEX6, and was kind of able to kind of get out, use the cameras. They're I don't know if they are or I've just had a problem, but focus is always kind of an issue with these cameras on the smaller LCD screens in the back. They're just a little tough sometimes to get the focus. They have the focus peaking aid, which really helps, but I still have had a challenge a little bit. Maybe it's just my eyes getting older, I don't know. I kind of like this one, looking down the fence line. These are the kind of windbreak fences that protect the grassy dunes between the main beach and then the boardwalk. And they made for kind of a nice photo element with a lot of these. Again, this one I think I quite liked. The kind of long expanse of these kind of pebbly beachfronts were real different from the beaches we grew up on, and it was very interesting for me. Here's the original shot as it came out of the camera, which isn't bad. I kind of like it in color. Might be able to something to work with that. But right now I've been working in kind of a black and white version of it, mainly because I've been trying to learn how to kind of play around and use the black and white adjustment layer, which is very cool. It allows you to control just which colors kind of go black and white and help play around with some, helps you really think of the colors in the photograph as just values. In here you can see I'm really just pushing the yellow in this trash can in the foreground. Maybe I kind of like that. A little brighter than I had it. If I start playing around and adjusting these things, you're going to lose me, and I'll start paying more attention to the Photoshop than the show we're working on right now. This is from the boardwalk side, again looking across these protected grassy dunes between the ocean and the boardwalk. This is looking towards the ocean over the grassy dunes. And as a testament, I'm sure, to the multitude of people that are on these beaches, there's very large signs everywhere saying that you'll be fined $1,000 if you step foot where the grass is. That's these big signs here, which I'm sure it makes sense with just the amount of people. I'm sure it would be very hard on the natural features. So I'm sure they're protected for a good reason. This might be my favorite shot of the excursion. It's kind of an older hotel, I suppose, that was going under some sort of renovations. I really kind of liked with the hotel in the background and stepping forward, and then these railings in the front were the basically boardwalk over the dunes that we talked about to the beach, and it kind of really gave this kind of a stair-stepping effect back into space against that clear blue sky. And I really kind of enjoy how this came out. It might be my favorite shot from this trip. Kind of like this one too, and this one's a shot that definitely kind of highlighted the kind of the winter desolation, I thought, with these. This is a beach bar, and I'm sure during the height of the summer season with vacationers and people coming down to the shore that this is, I'm sure it's packed with people and having a good time. But right now on this cold day, it was about 20 degrees out, and just very barren, kind of a bright early morning sun with the hazy sky. Just kind of a dramatic shot. I kind of liked it with the kind of decrepit looking palm fronds hanging down, and although I didn't notice it when I was shooting it, the sky had kind of gotten these wispy high clouds coming throughout the course of the morning. In post processing, they became more apparent. Here's the photo as shot, and then as I moved into the black and white layers, I kind of brought that out a little bit and kind of pushed it a little bit on the post processing, which is kind of fun. In fact, yeah, I almost kind of want to go a little more. What do you think? Maybe just a little more contrast in the curves channel. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing, right? Let's save that. And then we'll talk about just another little photo shoot I did, again, playing with the NEX5. They have the ability with an adapter to use my older Nikon lenses on them, which was kind of fun to play around with. I went down to watch the Utah Utes tennis team play one of their first matches of the season. These were shot very high ISO. Although it's a well-lit indoor tennis facility, I still was challenged to get enough light into the camera to take these shots. Especially, a lot of these I'm working with a Nikon 70-300 lens, and I had a kind of monopod this day to kind of help try and stabilize it a little bit. But a lot of these shots, focusing was a real bear. With the adapter and the Nikon lenses, the autofocus does not talk to the camera, obviously. And so I'm just trying to pick a spot to focus and then hope the players run through it. And actually, I had a few good shots, mostly when the players were more or less static. This is probably my favorite shot of the day, kind of highlighting the Pac-12 and then Slim, the Utes #1 receiving serve. But again, the ISOs are pretty high. I think they're 3200 on these shots. So a little grainy and maybe not the best focus in the world. But again, playing with this lens and camera combination was one of the things that got me really excited about, getting my own NEX and something I could really kind of keep on me every day and really play with and get better at. So that was kind of a different style of shooting from the boardwalk. I was trying to do a little sports stuff, and one of the knocks against the NEX series is that they say the autofocus in general isn't fast enough for some sports shooting. And again, these are not autofocus; these are using a separate lens, so it had to go manual focus to make these work. This one I quite liked. Again, by focusing early, then letting the athlete move into the shot. My composition could be a little better, like a little more headroom, but I didn't get it. Again, things I'm eager to learn and get better at. So that's it for Bro, What a Week. I hope to be back with Adam or Joel and Chris in future episodes, and maybe with a little more regularity coming up soon. Take care, have a good night, and so stay tuned. We'll be back with more Trying to Live a Creative Life.